I'm getting higher and higher, feeling in my sleep.
Hi everybody, this is April Michelle Brown. Finally ready to talk with you guys and share my story from my perspective and from my point of view. I'm so glad to finally be ready to get all of this out of me, because I am a recent quadruple amputee, and all of this is a result of silicone injections. And I won't say all of it, but it definitely got the ball rolling to cause me to end up with no limbs and no butt cheeks. So I'm here to share my story, and I know you guys have thousands of questions, and I'm here to answer as many questions as you have. And I'm also here to share my insight. My mission is to go around the world and to share my story of the decisions that I've made, good, bad, or indifferent, that has left me, in a situation that I would have to pay for the rest of my life. And what really caused this, I believe, is what caused me to make a decision to get silicone injections, I really believe, was feeling that somehow I was separated from God. I was always taught that God was in the sky and we got to get back to God. And just to know that God is within us and we can never, ever, ever, ever lose God. There's nothing to ever get back to because it's always with you. And that is one of the most valuable lessons that I've learned in this whole experience. And that's why my first real conversation is going to be about accountability, because I'm totally being accountable for a choice that I made that ended, pretty, harsh, for me. I'm being accountable for that choice, although my hands and my feet could have definitely been a lawsuit, because it was just something that was drawn out, too long, that could have been, totally prevented. But I'm here sitting in my accountability to share my story, because I really wish that someone would have shared a story with me in 2004 when I chose to get the injections. So I'm willing to use my life as a class. I'm willing to use my truth as a class, because I really believe that we're all born for a great purpose in this world. And unfortunately, it happened, but I'm going to make the best out of it by using it to leave a better world for my grandchildren, for my children, and hopefully for you. So stay tuned. I will be back to talk about accountability. All right? Thanks a lot. See you in a minute. Hey, you guys. I'm back to talk with you about the word accountability. Accountability is being accountable for your choices, even when they don't end the way that you want them to end. If you be accountable for your choices, then you can find out why things happen the way they happen, because everything's always start from a choice. And a lot of times we want to make the choices that turned out quote-unquote good, we want to make that about God. And then when something turns out quote-unquote, bad, then that's some kind of devil. But what I'm here to say is that everything that is always happening to us is always happening to show us something about ourselves, or to show the world something about us. And that's why being accountable is so important, because once you become accountable, then you can see. If you're never accountable, and if you don't see your parts that you played in, no matter what it is, you'll never be able to see the lesson in the situation. And so many people have asked me, April, why didn't you go through, a lawsuit, for your hands and for your feet? Because it didn't have to happen. But I believe that if I'm accountable for the choice I made, and if I use my life and be the change that I want to see in doctors and nurses and hospitals, and even people who are injecting people, or even the people who choose to go get the injections, I just felt that if I can use my life as a class and just be accountable, that I know that God would take care of all of the rest of the stuff for me. So that's why I decided to be accountable. And it's so important that we all, kind of step up and be accountable, because that's when we can share our stories. That's when we can get past our egos. And that's when our life is really used for the purpose that it's here for, to help someone. So if you have any questions on accountability, or why I chose to be accountable, or maybe you are fighting with something that's going on in your life right now that you don't know if you should be accountable for, and maybe I can help you out on that. But that is our topic, accountability. Okay? So send me your questions.